guys, JB for the Booby Poopers, and it's time to do a review for Assassin's Creed Unity. Just got done with it, and I got a lot to say about it, so there's no reason to wait. Let's get started. The story is quite an interesting one, but the thing about it is, of course, with it being Assassin's Creed, there's a modern day story, and then there's the story in the past. For the past few games, I would say that Assassin's Creed has had their best past stories while having their worst modern day stories. So for the past one, for Unity, it successfully, in my opinion, pulls off a love story which no Assassin's Creed has done so in the past. I mean, there's been hints of things like that, but it hasn't really been the central focused, and you know, it didn't really invest me in the in their relationship or anything like that. But it's not all lovey-dovey. It is very action-packed and fun to play and fun to continue and learn about. While the modern day story, it doesn't even it doesn't even exist really. They pretty much say, you at home holding the controller, you're going to be the modern day story, which seems really cheap. I mean, it's interesting, but it seems really cheap to me, like a cheap way to just keep going with not really that much effort put into it. There's even a point in the story where you have to press X to see a video, and by watching the video you are now initiated into the Assassin's Brotherhood, and they're like, you're an assassin now.
Press X to become assassin.
Well, I guess since I don't have a choice. No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm some dude at home playing his PlayStation 4, and it just seems a little ridiculous and childish at times. It's like, you're an assassin. But maybe that's just my opinion. But the actual story of Arno Dorian, wonderful. Gameplay is one of the reasons I like Unity a lot. Other than having a really good story, the gameplay has upgraded a lot. The parkour system is completely overhauled. It is drastically improved. In my opinion, I feel like I have more control over my assassin because you now have the option to just run with R2. You could run upwards, like climb buildings and things of that nature with R2 and X, and you can descend with R2 and circle. They also reward their players for doing assassin-like things, like you can be rewarded for surviving a fight, hidden assassinations, cover assassinations, vanishing whenever you're being chased by a bunch of people and you can get away, you get an award for vanish. But there's one that seems a little weird to me. It's called controlled descent, and pretty much you hold R2, press circle, and walk off the side of a building, and boom, 50 points, controlled descent. And I thought that was kind of weird.
Where'd he go?
Vanish, 50 points.
Sweet!
Controlled descent, 50 points.
Okay.
Controlled descent, 50 points.
I walked downstairs.
One of my favorite new things about Assassin's Creed Unity is the Phantom Blade. Oh my goodness. It is so much fun.
Sunday, Monday, Phantom Blade. Tuesday, Wednesday, Phantom Blade. Thursday, Friday, Phantom Blade. Saturday, what a day for a Phantom Blade.
Black, gray sky, hello blue. There's nothing can hold me when I hold you. It's so right, it can't be wrong.
It's silent, and it's just neat and fun to use, and I don't feel like there's enough ammunition for it. Like, I always feel like I run out way too quick, but maybe the fact that I just want more of it makes it a good item in the game. So thumbs up for the Phantom Blade completely. That was a very cool addition. The fighting is a lot tougher. You've probably heard that before, and I have to agree 100%. The fighting, you really have to pick your battles, because everyone, you plus your enemies, all have a ranking of, you know, there's like a 1 to 5 depending on how many diamonds you have above your head, but the more diamonds your enemies have, the tougher they are, and it's very true. It's not just there for show. if there's more than one person with 5 diamonds above their head, you have to really think about, okay, do I really want to fight this guy or what? Character customization is very cool. I felt like I had a lot to do with why my character plays the way he does based on what I have given him as far as clothing options and skill sets, because you can also put points into different skills and your assassin will play differently, which is awesome. Different clothing offers different stats, which is very helpful if you're wanting to be more like, if you want to just be the most just brawly character there is. If you want to be like a tank, if you want to say, you could get clothing that focuses more on health and melee, and then you could just go through and beat them all down. Or if you wanted to be more stealthy, you could focus more on ranged and stealth. So I really like that gameplay mechanic that you can kind of play with how your assassin is going to play out. Visually, this game is leaps and bounds ahead of any other Assassin's Creed game there is. Even Black Flag. Even though Black Flag was released on the PS4, I feel like because they cut the threads and let old gen go and just focused on new gen, this game is purty. Alright, this is a very beautiful game. And not only that, it works with any type of, with all that character customization, no matter what you put Arno in, the clothing and the lighting effects and everything, it just works wonderfully. And it's something that I really couldn't get over at points. It's very good, it's very pretty, very beautiful. Of course, there is the complaint that everyone has, and that's about frame rates, which I did experience on, I think, 2 occasions that my frame rates dropped, and that was whenever there was like 5,000 NPCs on screen. But, you know, it happened for like 5 seconds each. It was very brief, very momental. It wasn't game crashing. It was just like, oh, get back to, and then it went back to what it was doing, and life went on. I didn't throw a fit. But, you know, I do feel like maybe if they could take less people on screen and fix that problem, then less people would complain about it. Because, I mean, no one's going, ooh, look at all the people on screen. They're going, oh my god, not frame rates, that's bad. Frame rates are dropping, and people, you know, it's agitating. Which they did release a patch. After I got the patch, never ran into that problem again. So hopefully it's all fixed. But as for me, my experience playing it on the PS4, I did not run into anything game crashing. If I didn't know about the complaints for Unity, I would never have known that there was anything wrong with it. If I didn't have the internet, I would not know that there was a thing wrong with this game. My personal problems with this game, which, other than what I've already stated, I have a few, and they're very minor, and they pretty much just have to do with things being unexplained and why things are the way they are that doesn't really make sense. For example, everyone knows who Arno is. You can run down the street and like 20 people will call out your name, which, I mean, isn't bad. It's just, why? I don't understand it.
Hey, Arno.
Oh, hello.
Hey, how's it going, Arno?
Pretty good, man.
Yeah, all right.
Hey, Arno.
But more than that, the thing that bugged me the entire game is that Arno can have psychic visions. Like whenever he assassinates someone, which you have to do with a hidden blade, it's kind of annoying, but once you assassinate someone, he closes his eyes and he sees their memories, which is really weird, and they never explain it. He even brings it up in a cutscene. He's like, in one of my visions I had, and I'm like, why are you having visions? Like, it doesn't explain it, and it's weird, and they've never done it before.
That looks like my house. That is my house. Oh, God, no. Oh my God, I'm going to be sick.
I don't understand why they couldn't have the regular back and forth talk like they did in older games. When you assassinate someone, you have a conversation with them, and that's how you go into the next part of the story. and I didn't understand why they got rid of that, because the psychic vision thing, it wouldn't be bad if it was explained, but just throwing it in with no explanation, and Arno can have these visions, it's just kind of weird. Other than that, and the horrible modern day story, I really don't have that much to complain about with it, because believe it or not, I didn't really run into that many glitches. They were, or none that I can think of at the top of my head and can tell you about, because it pretty much ran smooth the whole time, other than the frame rates dropping from time to time, which was fixed after the patch, as far as I know. And the strange rewards for very menial tasks, the modern day story that kind of spoon-fed you into believing you're an assassin, and the psychic memory thing and everyone knowing Arno's name, and those are very, very small things. But other than that, that's really all I got for it. It was a great game, fun experience. I highly recommend it to anyone who enjoys Assassin's Creed. If you don't like it, this isn't the game that's going to get you into it. And unfortunately, I never got to play the multiplayer. I tried to, but PSN was acting funny, and I just never really got the chance to after that. So I don't have much to say about co-op and multiplayer. Assassin's Creed is about two things: the modern day story and the past story. And the fact that they completely neglected the modern day story and kind of pawned it off, it really makes me sad. But the great experience I had with it, and the fun I had with it, and the overhauled mechanics, and the gameplay mechanics, the beautiful visuals, everything about the past story is very much fun and fluid and overhauled for the better. It still feels Assassin's Creed, but just a little more flowy and natural. So with that, thank you very much for watching, liking, subscribing, whatever you do. Your support really, really helps. And if you want to see the full game playthrough, you can see it on our channel along with other reviews that we're doing. We do giveaways, we do reviews and playthroughs of old and new games. We just love gaming, and we want to share it with you. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.